This computer. All righty. Well, good evening, guys. I really hope that that you actually get a really good feel for what we're trying to get across here tonight, and we'll go with the start of this. I've been struggling all afternoon as to where I wanted to start, and I thought I had it, but obviously I don't. You know, we're all in this network thing, right? Now we're in for different reasons. Some of us, really happy just with the product. Some of us love sharing the product. That's fine. Some of us are business focused and want the lifestyle that a ongoing royalty-based income can produce. And that means money coming in while you're not doing anything, royalty-based. Do the work now and set it up so as that you do not have to front up to have the money come into your bank and have it in a growing situation. And so doesn't matter why we got in, we all have some sort of dream, right? We all have a dream, and they're all different because we're all different. You know, you guys would not want my dream. You just wouldn't. And, but it's my dream, and your dream is your dream. Big, small, indifferent, but we've all got something in here burning away. Now, it might be burning, it might just be smoldering a little bit. Puff of smoke come out of it every now and again when a breath of wind blows on it and fans that little ember in there and lights up that thing, goes, oh, wow, that'd be great. And then we settle down. So what I want to do is let's kick off with a little bit of a video, and let's see how we go with perhaps fanning that flame a little bit tonight.
I do not believe that any of us have dreams that were not given to us for the purpose of accomplishing those particular dreams.
If you feel you have something to give, if you feel that your particular talent is worth developing, is worth caring for, then there's nothing you can't achieve.
So I applaud you for your dreaming, for your running toward your dream. I applaud you for believing in yourself, because that's what life is about, stretching and challenging, looking for ways that you can begin to improve yourself. Not only is it possible for you to have your dream, but it's necessary. It's necessary that you go for what is yours in the universe. Logical, practical thinking says you can't do it today. But if you want to produce unreasonable results in your life, like living your dream and taking charge of your destiny, you've got to be an unreasonable person.
When you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is. Your life is just to live your life inside the world, try not to bash into the walls too much. That's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again.
Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. This whole world is made up of people no different, no smarter, no brighter. And in fact, a lot of them are a lot dumber than you and I. They had a bit of a dream and they had some persistence and they went after it. There we go. We got Russell on. Well done, mate. All righty. Now, that dream, a lot of the times we get told, you can't do this, you can't have that. Who do you think you are? Well, Who do you think you are? Because that's what's important. Who do you think you are? Right? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks you are. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of what you do. It's what do you think of you? Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag up another little video, and bear with me for a minute. I played a little bit of this on Monday night. Most of you haven't seen it. Some of you have. Now, bear with me. I've just got to get this back and get that down there. And when you see this, I want you to just understand that the world, every bit of it, is wide open to you to play your part in doing what it is that you really, really want deep down inside of you. Doesn't matter what you've done all your life. Doesn't matter what you haven't been able to accomplish. You know, the past is back there. It's past. So let's share the screen again and let's have a look at this.
Here we go. How to spark a revolution. You are experiencing history's highest rate of change, disruption, ambition, and opportunity. There's never been a better time for you to innovate. And you're capable of more than you think. You're capable today of anything you could dream. But most people don't realize this is a new era. This is not the time to preserve the status quo. It's the time for action, for ambition, for taking risks. This is the time to push yourself because nobody else will, because nobody else controls you. So be bold, pursue your dreams, design your own future. Now's the time to push your limits, to get out of your comfort zone, to make change happen even if it seems hard. Because I need you to take the leap. I need you to break your own rules. I need you to push harder, to act sooner, to never give up. If you want to get better and faster, be curious, be insatiable, be willing to destroy. And remember, you don't need a big idea, you need a little idea that you can make big. Be revolutionary.
You need a little idea that you can make big. You got to understand, we have this little idea. And you can make it big. What's this little idea? Well, it all starts with you. You share this with 2 other people. You teach them to share it with 2 other people. Just a little idea. But it could get very big. Be revolutionary. But the revolutionaries are only those with a dream. I read a quote that said Fidel Castro started the revolution with 84 people. And many years later, he was asked why he started with 84 people. He said, well, they were the ones who they were the ones who would support me. But he said, if I had to do it all over again, he said, I'd do it with about 8 or 10 highly passionate people. You know, what's the old saying? A lot of people want to eat. Very few want to do the hunting. Why don't they want to hunt? Well, the dream's not big enough. The dream's just not big enough. All right. So we got to go and find the dream. And so in finding the dream, right, if we go and find the dream, then we'll hunt. Why? Because we know why we're hunting. We won't go and hunt if we don't know why we're hunting. We won't go and build this if we don't know why we're supposed to be building it. The only reason we're supposed to build this business is for your own personal reasons, not for any other reason whatsoever. It is only for what you want, your dream, your goal, your passion. How big can you dream? Well, let's go and share the screen again. Let's have a bit of a look. I'll turn the volume down while we do this one a bit because I want to talk to you as well. See, we see places like this and we go, yeah, that'd be great. But never really do we ever believe that it's possible that we could actually be there and do it. We look at these images and go, oh, yeah, this would be great. But that's for some other people. That's for the lucky people. You know, that'd be just amazing, but oh, I couldn't see myself there. You got to be careful of the voice in your head. Wah wah. Now, when was the last time you went down to a car dealership and looked at some new cars? When was the last time you went out to some nice display homes? You know, when was the last time you actually went and did some real dreaming? Not wishing, dreaming. Get in, drive the darn car, see how it feels. Now, even if you've got the money, don't buy it. Because before you buy it, you've got to hit a goal. By the way, that station wagon's faster than a Porsche 911. Nice family car. But look at this. These places exist and they're real humans there, and you could be one of them. We have a vehicle that'll provide the money, but it doesn't have any fuel in the tank to produce the money. The fuel is the dream. The dream is the fuel that powers everything. Can you just imagine? Nice boat. Somebody buys them. Somebody with a dream. It's all about the dream. But the problem we've got is it's in here. There's no problem Isagenix paying out the money. Right? There's no problem at all. You know, 250 cycles a week, $15,000 US a week. And they've got bunches and bunches of people earning that amount of money, and more than that, we've got people out there earning $50,000 a week in Isagenix. Now think about that. $50,000 a week, whether you get your sorry butt out of bed or not. $50 a week, whether you turn up anywhere or not. $50,000 a week. Think about it. They don't have any problem paying the money. So if the ocean is where the money is, Would you go down there with a thimble and say, well, I'll just take my thimble full? Would you go down there with a bucket perhaps and say, oh, I'll just have a bucket full? Or would you go down there with a 200-litre drum and fill up the 200-litre drum? Or why wouldn't we turn up down at the beach with 4 road train tankers and a 500 horsepower pump and start pumping that sucker clean out of there and load those road trains up? Right? Because what's going on in here? We're too scared to dream because wah-wah has got us nailed down. Let's have a little bit of a look at wah-wah for a second, will we? So let me share the screen again. Where am I? This one here. Now look, this is part of a program I put together that's yet to be finished, but you've got infinite possibilities. You were born to win. So you were born rich with over 18 billion brain cells, and at birth you had no known limits. However, creativity is put aside and replaced by conformity and process. And society tells you, toe the line. Toe the line. You got to do it this way. You got to do it that way. Right? So let me open this up. Imagination. Your imagination was given to you by your creator so as you could catch glimpses of the future you desire. How many times when you imagine things and you see that little flash of something pop into your mind and you go, ooh, that'd be good. That's what's coming. That's what's possible if you go after it. It's never going to be given to you. You've got to go and get it. Right? Imagination. The word imagination is basically image in action. Just a couple of slight variations there, but image in action. Work on your imagination, daydream, do some dream building in your mind as to what things will look like, what that house will be like, what the car will be like, what the holidays will be like. Get your imagination involved. I won't worry about that one. We'll move on. Now, you were born to win and programmed to lose. And fears and failures and doubts have been programmed into all of us from our very first days. What if you fail? Whoops, don't climb up there, Tommy, you might fall. Oh, be careful, Mary, that's hot. Now, some of that's pretty good, but it instills fear into us. And who's been writing on our wall? You know, oh, you're just a dreamer, right? Your parents have. Your teachers did. Your workmates did. TV has, right? You can't do that. You're just a dreamer. Who do you think you are? You'll never make it. You can't do anything right. And it's just the way you are. Now, my teacher said that I was never any good at, for me, everything. Right? Didn't matter. Right? Your mum always said, dad always said. What are these things that have been seeds that have been deep rooted into who you are? See, we live in a palace of possibilities, and we all have this amazing palace. However, we choose to live in an emotionally dingy room down the back because all those other fine rooms, they're for better connected people, they're for luckier people, they're for the rich people, they're not for us. Because see, in here, the writing on my wall is fears and rejections. I've had disappointments. I don't have the education. I'm unworthy. I've got the fear of failure. And every time you go to walk out of that dingy little room, you read all this crap and then you stay in that room. We see life through our filters, our prejudices, our fears, our phobias, our anxieties. We've been told to build a bridge and get over it. Good things come to those who wait. That's a lot of crap. That's the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. Good things come to those who wait. Do you know what happens to those who wait? They go hungry. They miss out. Time heals all wounds. Yeah, righto. Your time will come. No, go and get it. See, is your past packed up with so much negative weight that you struggle to move forward? Right? That's all the past crap. They are dragging it down the road. Dragging it down the road. That doesn't work. Leave the crap behind and just walk away from it. Right? What I say to myself, I hear. And what I hear myself say, I know to be my truth. What I hear myself say, I know to be my truth. Trouble is, we're talking ourselves out of an amazing life. Because what I'm saying to myself isn't right. What I'm saying to myself is negative, limiting, telling me I can't have my dreams, telling me what if people say no to me, telling me if people reject me, how will I feel? I'll feel sad. I won't like it. It hurts. I don't know. I don't think poverty's much fun. Really? You know, dig your wells before the drought sets in. Dig your wells before you get thirsty. Now, there's the 4 laws of focus. What I focus on, I find or I get. What I focus on grows. What I focus on seems real. And what I focus on, I ultimately become. Now, are you focusing on your fears of doing this, or are you focusing on the dreams and the goals of what happens when I do this? Where's your focus? Mind what you're focusing on. There's 2 major factors here. All your feelings, actions, and your ability to perform are consistent at all times with your self-image or your self-esteem. We will not outperform our self-esteem. We will not. And so it's one of the most amazing things to do to build your self-esteem. Very, very, very vital. Now, this image can be changed regardless of age or circumstances. Let me give you a little example. When we first started building networks, I remember we hadn't quite gone to what they call the direct level, but we were out there really hitting it hard and creating a storm. And Trevor had a little seminar on over in Bendigo, and he asked me to come over and speak. What do you think that did for my self-image? This is why it's so important as we run our functions, we get as many people up to say whatever words we can get out of them as early as we can, because we want to build their self-image. We want to help them go past what they see of themselves, because you will not outperform your self-image. It is your self-image that prescribes the limits for the accomplishment of a particular goal. The self-image prescribes the areas of possible. It prescribes the area of possible in your life. How big can you dream? Well, it depends on your self-image. You can wish way, way, way out there, but how big can you actually dream? And dreaming is knowing that it's coming. Dreaming is knowing that if you go down a particular path and put in a certain amount of energy, you know it will come. Self-esteem, right? The self-esteem is the key to human personality and human behavior. Improve the self-esteem and you improve the personality and the behavior and the performance. It is your thinking that is causing all your pain and suffering. Change the story that you're telling yourself. You don't manifest what you want. Anybody here read the book, The Secret? Yeah, okay. And it talks about the manifesting what you want and bringing getting the universe, is what they call it, the universe, God, whatever, to bring what you're picturing into reality. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you believe. There's a big difference. You might want the dream. You might want to build an isogenics business. You might want to have the big house, the nice cars, and the boat. But do you believe it? And today begins a new journey. Our mind is very similar to a computer hard drive, and we all have some corrupt files on the hard drive. And it makes no sense to keep trying to install new programs on a system that has viruses on the hard drive. Does it? It makes no sense. The virus will knock it out every time. You see, we've all read these books. There's The Secret, Magic of Thinking Big, Think and Grow Rich, all this stuff. People have spent millions and millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, why don't we have a look at this. Wait a minute. One more here. Look at this. Between Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Secret, The Alchemist, and 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and How to Win Friends and Influence People, in total have sold 263 million copies. So where's the new 263 million millionaires? Right? So let's get down here. Right? I'll go back to here. Got to play this. Why won't it play? There we go.
Come any closer, I will rip you to shreds.
Who are you?
I am the morgue, and you, whoever you are, can have the honor of being my last victim.
I will not die easily. I am a warrior.
Brave warrior. Then fight for nothing.
But I can't. I can't get beyond the boundaries of Fantasia. What's so funny about that?
Fantasia has no boundaries.
That's not true. You're lying.
Foolish boy. Don't you know anything about Fantasia? It's the world of human fantasy. Every part, every creature of it is a piece of the dreams and hopes of mankind. Therefore, it has no boundary.
But why is Fantasia dying then?
Because people have begun to lose their hopes and forget their dreams. So the nothing grows stronger.
What is the nothing?
It's the emptiness that's left. It is like a despair, destroying this world. And I have been trying to help it.
But why?
Because people who have no hopes are easy to control. And whoever has the control has the power.
Who Who are you really?
I am the servant of the power behind the nothing. I was sent to kill the only one who could have stopped the nothing. I lost him in the swamps of sadness. His name was a trio.
If we're about to die anyway, I'd rather die fighting! Come for me, Gmork! I am a trio!
The hopes and dreams of men have been replaced with the emptiness of the nothing. We've all forgotten our dreams, guys. We've forgotten what it was we really, really wanted to do, who we really wanted to be before we sort of fell in line and just had to get the job done, pay the bills, do the stuff. We forgot who we really are. We forgot what we really want to do. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with having forgotten. There's nothing wrong with having lost some enthusiasm for life, or, you know, failing away at trying to get this thing to work and not making it happen. Now, as you guys know, we're working on this big thing, all right? And I guarantee you, London to a brick, that those who embrace this will build a massive business, all right? But the only reason you'll do it is because you haven't forgotten your dreams and your goals and the passion that you had. That's the only reason you're going to go and do it. All right. So let me dig out this other little video. I've been a little busy this afternoon, like I said, trying to get all this sorted in such a way that it would try and flow and make sense, and I hope it is. But it's really difficult to sort of get what's going on in here onto this screen, because all I'm trying to do is help each and every one of you understand that the principle here, how to do this, is dead set easy. The hard stuff is somewhere between here and here. You know what to do. You know why you want to do it, but you just can't get the two to match and put into action to go and do it. You know, our dreams are the most powerful thing we've got. They really, really are. They are just so powerful. And we pay such little attention to them. Because we were told, oh, you're just a daydreamer. You haven't got time to sit there and dream like that. Come on, get on with the important stuff. You've got work to do. All right? That touched a button, didn't it, Valerie? No, we're just daydreamers. Guys, I'm the biggest daydreamer you've ever seen. You know, I know when we were designing the hydrogen unit, Corinne would come in and say, what are you doing? I said, I'm working. She said, you're just sitting in the chair. I said, yeah. She said, I came in before and you were asleep. I said, I was very busy. I was trying to find an answer to a problem I've got. And so I've just got to sit here until it comes. And it would turn up. Within, you know, like, bang, I would get the answers that I was looking for if I just stopped doing and let my imagination go, and the answers had come. You know, we shouldn't be doing all this stuff that we're doing, right? We should be dreaming a little more. Let me play this. Let me play this bit for you.
Dream. That's a powerful word. You'll get knocked down many times chasing your dreams. You'll feel like you don't have the energy to get back up. You don't have the strength to get back up. You'll feel like giving up is the only option. When you're hit, when you've been knocked down by life, that's when it's time to hit back. That's when it's time to hit back. Many people get hit by life, but they never hit back.
Are you going to stay down, or are you going to decide to get back up? It takes courage. It takes confidence. It takes a strong mindset to get back up when nobody believes in you.
There's a lion inside all of us, but some people decide to never let that lion out. Many people keep that lion locked in his cage. Are you hungry for that dream? Are you willing to fight for that dream?
Let the lion out. Get hungry for your dream. Go hunt your dream. Talking about that dream won't take you far. Working will.
Doubters will tell you to be realistic. Haters will tell you to quit.
You are the only one who can go and get it. It's your dream. No one will chase it for you. No one will hunt for you. No one will support your dream but you.
There's a quote that goes, everyone wants to eat, but a few are willing to hunt. Everyone wants to succeed, but few are willing to put in the work required.
Stop limiting yourself. You can make your dream into a reality, but it will only take one person to believe that it's possible. It will only take one person to put in the work. That person is you.
There's plenty of humans before you who have accomplished big things, who are living their dream life. They've done it. That is proof you can too. It is proof that you can live your dream if you really want.
You are the most dangerous enemy to your dreams because only you decide when to quit and give up on your dreams. Only you decide when to kill these dreams. You're more powerful than you even know. You can change the world with your dream. But it only requires you to get out of your comfort zone and unleash the inner lion. It requires you to let the lion out of its cage. It requires you to chase your dreams no matter what.
If you have a weak mindset, if you're afraid of taking risks, you'll never get far in life. You will never get that dream with a weak mindset.
Create a mindset that keeps you moving even when others quit.
Life is unpredictable. It's full of surprises. You might be closer than you think. Your dream can become a reality if you refuse to quit.
Be like a lion. Never back down from the challenges you face. A lion never stops chasing its prey until it catches it. You never stop chasing your dream until you live it.
Dream big and never let small minds convince you that your goal is out of reach. It may be out of reach for them, but you know better. Believe in yourself.
If you are in the way of my goals and dreams, I suggest you move.
That's the attitude you need to have when you're out there chasing down your dream. If somebody gets in your road and starts talking you out of this, you say to them, I suggest you move. Guys, we are going to do some stuff in the next few weeks that will, for those who grasp it and those who use it and those who have a dream to chase it, it will literally revolutionize your life. It will create money for you like you cannot comprehend right now. Now, there's a lot of work going into it. And when I say a lot of work, I do mean a lot of work. and it is absolutely going to rock the networking world. It will rock Isogenics. We will create such growth explosions that you'll go to bed tonight looking at your ISA wallet and going, oh, right, not ISA wallet, your ISA Pulse, and you'll say, oh yeah, I've got X amount of cycles. You're going to wake up the next morning and that'll have doubled or tripled or quadrupled. And you're going to shake your head and go, where the heck is this coming from? This is going to get big. This is going to get amazing. I just want to share the screen a little bit again. I'm just going to bring this bit up, wherever it is. There we go. All righty, let's have a look at this. Isogenics is not complicated. The Isogenics business is the most simple thing you've ever seen in your entire life. So I'm just going to get myself a little pencil here. So let me see, where'd my pencil go? There it is. And I'll have a thick one today. Let's have a look at this. How this works is that's you. Right, there you are. And all you've got to do is sponsor 2. You plus 2. Right? Now, surely if I can find about 20, you can find 2. Surely. Surely your life isn't that small that you don't know 2 motivated people. Right? Then, how this works is you teach them how to sponsor their 2. You plus 2, them plus 2. Then you go down here and you sponsor another one. And you go down here and you sponsor another one. And we teach them how to sponsor their 2. And we're going to teach these people how to teach their people to sponsor 2. And these guys are going to sponsor 2. And these guys are going to sponsor 2. And everybody will then jump down and they'll put another one down here somewhere. You can sponsor as many as you like. In fact, the more you introduce, the more money you're going to make long term. But it's this simple, right? All you've got to do is keep doing that and teach these people how to do the same and plug into the system. And the system is the Team FSI website and how to use these little tools we're going to introduce shortly and the backup material behind them. And these people here will have friends possibly in the Philippines opened this week. They might be, not the Philippines, Korea. Korea opened this week. You might have somebody in Korea who knows somebody in the US, who's got a friend in the UK, who's got another friend in Holland, who's got another friend out here in Australia. And they're all going to be able to have access to all the same tools. This is going to get so big, it'll blow your mind. And this is why Isogenics say that when you've hit 250 cycles a week, right, they give you another business center. Well, hang on, let me clear the drawing out of that. Right? They give you another business center. Right? Now, you know you need 600 points on one side and 300 on the other to get a pay cycle. Is that right? Does everybody understand that bit? Yep. Okay. Then, when you get a new business center out here, right? When you get a new business center, this whole thing out this side is where they take your 600s from. And all you've got to do is go and build 300s. So every time you've got 300 points in your new business center, you get another cycle because this one counts for all your 600s. You're still getting paid out of it, but it counts for all your 600s. This is why it gets faster and faster and faster to build. You got no idea how big this is going to get. We're only just getting started. Right? We're only just getting started. Can you imagine the next 5 people you introduce inside the next 5 years, they all go out and break a business center? That's a massive dream. That's huge. How do you dream that big? Well, it started off that I didn't even have a clue how the hell this worked. I had no idea how that worked. Trevor had to sit down and explain it to me a few times. But when I got it, I got it. And I realized it's limitless. And the only limit we've got is here. Here is our limit. Why do we hesitate? Oh yeah, well, I spoke to my best friend and he said no, and he gave me a bit of a hard time about it. I'm not real sure. Okay. So tell me this, in your retirement, and you go over to your best mate's place and you say, listen, I'm stone motherless broke. I need $5,000 real fast. Is he going to dip his hand in his pocket and go, not a problem, mate. I talked you out of your dream. Here's your $5,000, no dramas. No, you ain't going to do that. Right? The dream is the most precious thing you've got because it's the fuel that fuels this whole thing. Logic alone won't drive this. Logic says, yes, I need this for my health. Logic says, yes, I feel better because I'm eating this stuff. Yes, that's true. But logic will only take it so far. You need the dream. Firstly, you need your dream. Then you need to build a dream in the groups that you build. We need tools and we need a dream. We have three of the most powerful things that we've got. The best product that the Isogenics company have is its compensation plan. That is the best product they've got. It is the most powerful product they've got. The other thing we need is the dream to go after that compensation plan. And secondly, we need the tools so as that those that are out there in the battle have the tools to do what's required to make the dream become a reality. We've got to have the tools. And the tools have to be duplicatable. They have to be usable by everybody. And so we will have some revolutionary tools. And these tools are only going to be available within the TNC organization. Right. And you got to understand something, guys. There's going to be a lot of people going, what the heck are you guys doing? And the simple answer is we're just showing plans. And the good news is we're going to have the tools to be able to get the plans to show. Guys, I am so fired up. All I can say to you right now is this. Don't wait for these tools to come out before you go out and start sponsoring a few people. Let me explain why. If you've got 3 people in your group right now, and these tools come out, and all 3 of you grab these tools, and away you go, and it really starts to crank up. That's great. What if you had 10? What if you had 10 people in your group right now, and all 10 of them grabbed the tools and spooled up with it? What would that do to your income? It multiplies the multiplier effect. Listen, guys, don't quit just because you haven't got traction yet. Don't quit because it seems a bit hard. Don't quit because you're not making the money you thought you were going to be making by now. Don't quit on any of that. Because you'd be like the gold miner who gave up digging 6 inches short of the reef. Next bloke came into the gold mine, bought his lease. Yep, you can have it. He drove a pick in twice and hit a reef of gold. Now the second miner's pretty happy. The first miner's pretty disappointed. Don't be the first miner. Stick to your diggings. Right? Look, when I was a young bloke going to the dances, you go up and ask a gorgeous young lady for a dance. She'd take one look at me and go, no. Oh, okay. Well, she just happened to be the most beautiful girl in the hall. Okay, so I'll go to the next most beautiful girl. No. And about mid-range, I'd get a yes. Right? But I knew if I kept asking for a dance, I'd get a dance. I know if I keep asking people to see the plan, I'll get a plan. The ratio will appear. The trouble is, we ask too few and judge the results too harshly. You know, if I told you that in the group of people that you've got on your list, you had 10 isogenics millionaires, 10 people who would build it to $1 million, how soon would you be keen to start sieving through the list to figure out which of the 10 they are? You'd do it pretty quick, I reckon. You know, the lady who's the top income earner in Australia, single mum, so shy, still so shy, that if she speaks on stage at any conference, she doesn't stand up there and speak. She has to have somebody interview her. She's happy to answer questions, but she can't talk in front of a big group of people. Now, she's only making $1.5 million a year. And when her sponsor sponsored her, it was all about the product. She got really excited when she saw the business plan. And she said, but I could never do that. And she said, why? Well, I can't talk to people. And so her sponsor said, well, I'll tell you what, if you've got a big list of people, how about we make 2 dates that I'll come around to the house, you invite your friends, and I'll come and show them how it all works. She said, well, that's fine, but I can't talk. She said, well, can you invite your friends over? Yeah, I can do that. And she invited her friends over. One of them was a guy called Jackson Parr. Right? One of them, or one couple, were Brett and Sammy Davis. Both of those people are making over $1 million a year. And they were invited by somebody who couldn't even stand up and show the plan. So if you've got Jackson Parr in this leg and Brett and Sammy Davis in this leg, right? Shkaboom! Do you think you're making money? You don't know how close you are to that reef of gold. You've got a list of people, and in there are some isogenics millionaires. You just haven't given them the opportunity to identify themselves yet. That's all that is. Why? Oh, well, I don't know. What do my friends think? What will they say? What if it doesn't work? What if I put all this work in and nothing happens? Something will happen. It's the law of averages. It has to happen. Right? If you've got 10 people in your group before we release these tools out, you are going to blitz it. Right? I'm telling you, the more people you've got that are actually in and thinking about making money, you watch it happen, guys. You watch this happen. We are going to disrupt the concept of income. We are going to disrupt the concept of wages. We're going to disrupt the concept of retirement. We're going to disrupt the concept of work. We are going to disrupt the concept of health. We are going to shove the status quo where the status quo has never been before. I have no interest in the status quo. The status quo is for ordinary people, not for you. It's just the ordinary people who satisfy with the status quo. Let's get a little bit disruptive. Let's get a little bit out there. I've been in networking for near 30 years. I've done some other dumb stuff as well. Thought I was going to make a fortune selling hydrogen fuel cells. Well, that was a dumb idea. That only cost me $1.5 million of my money. Wouldn't have been so bad if it would have been somebody else's. That was my money. Bloody hell. This is a no risk, no financial risk situation. And, you know, there's people already making $3 million a year and we haven't even started yet. How big can you dream? How bad do you want a different future? And how excited could you get if you knew it was all going to happen?